Hey, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to make a new and current updated video on all RGBA Riverside fighters, RGBA Riverside, RGBA San Antonio, and Central Valley RGBA. Over the weekend, Mikey Garcia suffered his first loss versus Errol Spence. Errol Spence improves to 25-0. It was a 12-round unanimous decision in Errol's favor. So Mikey Garcia's new record, 39-1 with 30 knockouts. Abner Mares was at the fight. He was doing commentary. I think he does it for one of the Spanish channels. But Abner Mares is 31-3-1. He suffered an eye injury and he was forced to pull out of the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. I think that was scheduled for the first week in February. We have not heard any new updates on Abner Mares. Josecito Lopez was at the fight at Dallas at the AT&T Cowboy Stadium to support his stablemate Mikey Garcia. The Big G Eduardo Garcia is one of his trainers out of RGBA, said that they are looking for nothing but big fights. This picture is a photo credit to @Jose Lopez on Instagram. Jose Carlos Ramirez from Northern California. I believe he's from Avenal, California. 24-0, 16 knockouts. He is managed and promoted by Rick Merizian, also promoted by Top Rank. There will be new news from him. It sounds like they might be scheduling a fight at Staples Center, but we have not gotten full details on what the next move for him is. Brandon Bam Bam Rios, it sounds like the way Robert Garcia was talking, that was his final fight in Tijuana, Baja California a couple weeks ago. I believe it was the 23rd of February, where he suffered a 12-round loss to Humberto La Zorrita Soto. If that's true, his final record will be 35-5-1. Brandon Bam Bam Rios. Esquiva Falcao, 22-0, 50 knockouts. He was one of the sparring partners. He fights at 160 for Mikey Garcia in preparation for Errol Spence. He has a championship fight in Brazil. He is promoted by Top Rank. Robert said that he will be flying out to Brazil to be in his corner. It's scheduled for March 31st, which I believe is a Sunday. Photo credit to Esquiva Falcao on his Instagram page. There you see him at RGBA in Riverside, and to the left, to his right, is Daniel Benavides, who is the WBC champion at 168. Well, he's been stripped of his belt, but technically he is the 168 champion, and that's his father, and that's David Benavides' father. That was Eric De Leon that I missed, that I just skipped the screen on, and he is scheduled to fight this weekend against Mad Max Dadashev, who trains out of Robert's old gym in Oxnard. I believe he's 12-0, and Eric De Leon fights out of Detroit. And he is 18-0-1. He has that one draw on his record that he suffered last March in 2018 versus Andy Vences from Northern California, from San Jose, I believe. And then here we have Joshua Franco out of RGBA San Antonio, 14-1-1. He posted on his Instagram that he has updates coming soon. If you want to follow him, he is at @1ProfessorFranco on Instagram, and that's where I got this picture from. Hector Tanajara, 17-0, 5 knockouts. Fights at 135. He's promoted by Golden Boy Promotions along with Joshua Franco. He got a 4-round decision against Ivan Striker Delgado. He suffered a cut over his eyebrow from a headbutt. There, he was on the same card as Brandon Rios in Tijuana, Baja California. So he improves to 17-0, and that photo credit is to his trainer that you see him there in the middle, Chepe Contreras, JA_Contreras 95, and to the left of Chepe is Alexis Espino, who also fought on that card in Tijuana. Jonathan Thunder Navarro is the third fighter that signed in 2015 with Golden Boy Promotions, along with Joshua Franco and Hector Tanajara. He is 16-0, 8 knockouts, and there are no updates on him. If you want to follow him on Instagram, he is at Jonathan_16. Carlos Licona, 14-1 with 2 knockouts. He has recently been seen back in the gym, but he suffered his first loss. He lost his IBF strawweight title, I believe it was December 1st against DJ Creel. No, I think he won it December 1st, and then he lost in his title defense. I think he was on the Leo Santa Cruz card at the Microsoft Theater. So that photo is from his Instagram. If you want to follow him on Instagram, it's at Mexicanito12. Carlos Licona from it sounds like he's from El Distrito Federal, but he lives in Orange County, Westminster, California. Here you have Josue, the Prodigy Vargas. He improves on Sunday. He's a top-ranked fighter. Originally was with TMT. He originally was with Mayweather Promotions, and now he's fighting under Top Rank. Here you see him in a picture with Robert Garcia. This is his third camp with RGBA. He resides in Riverside. But this is, I don't know, there's an interesting relationship right there with Robert being in the corner. Maybe he just, since he was already there for his other 2 fighters, John Bauza and the other Puerto Rican fighter, Blessed Hands, Adorno. So maybe since he was already there, he decided to help them out in his corner. But when Robert was asked on ES News how many wins they had over the weekend, he said that he had 1 win with Pork Chop. He had 6 fights total on Saturday, and he had 2 wins on Sunday. So when he mentions that he has 2 wins, it doesn't include this win by Josue Vargas. So, like I said, maybe he was already there with Adorno and John Bauza, and he just did them a favor and was in the corner. So like I said, he resides in Riverside, and he has helped, and he gets sparring out of there, but technically he might not be part of Team RGBA. So there you have it. Josue, the Prodigy Vargas, improves to 15-1-0. That loss is not technically a loss. He was disqualified for hitting after the bell, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to follow him, he's at Real Josue Vargas on Instagram. Virgil Ortiz Jr. Very recently re-signed this year with Golden Boy. He's 12-0, 12 knockouts. He possibly will be on the Canelo undercard for Cinco de Mayo. It's not official, but most likely he fights on the majority of Canelo's undercards. He didn't fight on the last fight in New York because of some technicality about him having eye surgery, and the New York State Athletic Commission did not approve him to fight. But other than that, he fights on the majority of Canelo's cards. He fought on Canelo Triple G2, which was in Las Vegas. So if you want to follow him, he's at Virgil Ortiz. That's where I got this picture from. At Instagram at Virgil Ortiz. He is from Grand Prairie, Texas. Joseph Adorno improves to 12-0 with 10 knockouts. Actually, I don't know if he got a knockout or not, so I have to update that 10 knockouts. So that was what he had. He was 11-0 with 10 knockouts. I don't know if he got a knockout this Sunday, but I know he got the win. So he might be 12-11, but I'm going with the safe route for now until I do my research. I'm going to go with 12-0 with 10 knockouts. And he fought a 6-round fight versus 10-8 Victor Rosas. If you want to follow him, he's at Real Joseph Adorno. I'm missing an E in that address for his Instagram, at Real Joseph Adorno. He goes by Blessed Hands. John El Terrible Bauza improves to 12-0, 5 knockouts. Also, I don't know, I haven't done my research either. I just wanted to put this video out there. So, I don't know if he got a knockout as well, but I did see some highlights on his Instagram. So he fought 10-7-2 Angel Sarinana in a 6-round fight. The main event was Luis Colazo and Sammy Vargas. So if you want to follow him on Instagram, he's at Real John Bauza. He is promoted by Top Rank. Alejandro Porchop Guerrero improves to 10-0 with 8 knockouts. He was the RGBA lone fighter on Friday night. The Alejandro brothers fought, but he was the main event. He is from Irving, Texas, where the event was held at the Southern Junction nightclub. If you want to follow him, he is at porkchop_214. Alejandro Porchop Guerrero, improving to 10-0, 8 knockouts. Louis Coria from Riverside, California, improves to 11-2. He is fighting under the Mikey Garcia Promotions banner and fights out of Riverside. His opponent was 6-7-0 Omar Garcia. So hopefully we'll be able to see Louis Coria here at Prospects Collide 2.0 in San Bernardino at the Club Center events. It'll be the second event held at that facility. They held one on January 18th, so I'm calling it Prospects Collide 2.0, but they haven't come out with the flyer or with any details about that event. So, but hopefully he and B-Fly can co-main event that fight card. It'll be fantastic. Louis Coria 11-2-0 fighting out of Riverside, California. Genaro El Conde Gamez 8-0, 5 knockouts. His fight was canceled. He was originally scheduled to fight Ivan Striker Delgado from South Central LA, but for some reason or other, he wasn't able to fulfill that fight. So a week later, they got the fight for Hector Tanajara Jr. in Tijuana versus Ivan Striker Delgado. There sounds like there might be a move from 135 to 140. Genaro El Conde Gamez from San Diego. If you want to follow him, that's where I got this picture from, at Genaro Gamez on Instagram. GENAROGAMEZ, Genaro Gamez. Misael El Chino Rodriguez, 9-0, 4 knockouts. He does have a fight date. I just don't have it I don't have it in my notes, but I think he has a fight scheduled already. If you want to follow him, he's at Misael Otee, MISAELOTEE on Instagram. Misael El Chino Rodriguez. He's promoted by Ringstar Sports with Richard Schaefer. 9-0, 4 knockouts. Jesse Bam Rodriguez improves to 9-0, 4 knockouts. I don't know if he got a knockout on Saturday, so he might be 9-0 and 5 knockouts. I'd have to go back and do my research, but I just wanted to get this video out before I lost some steam. So Jesse Bam Rodriguez fighting at RGBA San Antonio. He's the little brother to Joshua Franco. He fights at, if I'm not mistaken, 108. So there's a lot of buzz around this kid. He's a southpaw. He is very strong. Has fought featherweights. He was his brother, who fights at 115, I believe. Joshua Franco was giving him sparring for this fight that he had on the Garcia Spence pay-per-view card on Fox. So there's rumors of him having a title fight this year. He was moved very, very, very well last year. I believe he had 4 fights, all of them on huge cards, whether they were on PBC or on Golden Boy. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, 9-0, 4 knockouts. Lindolfo Delgado, he got to be on the pay-per-view card, and he actually got to be on TV. So great exposure for him. 9-0, 9 knockouts. The Benavides was the fight leading into, I don't remember if it was the 3rd fight or they squeezed this in fight. Benavides might have knocked out J. Leon Love on the 2nd round, so I believe they were looking for some fill-in time before Spence and Mikey came out. So I think they threw this fighter in there. Lindolfo Delgado, 9-0, 9 knockouts. He is from Linares, I believe he's from Tamaulipas. So he's another fighter promoted by Richard Schaefer's Ringstar Sports. So if you want to follow him, at Lindolfo Delgado. That's where I got this picture from. You can follow him on Instagram at Lindolfo Delgado. Brandon Bulletproof Glanton, I believe he's from Atlanta, 8-0, 7 knockouts. He is also a fighter out of Mikey Garcia, fighting under Mikey Garcia's banner. He had his last fight under the Josecito Lopez um, fight card at the Barclays. Josecito versus Keith One Time Thurman. If you want to follow him, he's at Team Bulletproof on Instagram. Manuel Flores, 7-0, 5 knockouts. I don't think he's officially part of Team RGBA, but I wanted to put him in here. He is a fighter under Cameron Duncan, a longtime friend of Robert. So here you see him as giving sparring to Abner Mares as he was preparing for Tank Davis. And this picture is out of his Instagram. So if you want to follow him on Instagram, it's at Gucci Manny. GUCCIMAANNY. Gucci Manny. Isidro Ochoa, he improves to 7-0, 3 knockouts. He fought on the undercard of Jose Carlos Ramirez. He fights under Top Rank. He's from the Central Valley, and he is Team RGBA. Brian Lua, 5-0, 2 knockouts. He's another Top Rank fighter that fights under RGBA. No updates on him. If you want to follow him, he's at Brian_Lua. Aaron Morales got another win on the Fox pay-per-view event, Spence versus Mikey Garcia. So he improves to 6-0. I don't know if he got a knockout or not. So he might be 6-0 with 4 knockouts, or he might be 6-0 with 3 knockouts. Aaron Morales. If you want to follow him, at Aaron_Morales with 3 S's at the end. Ray Danger Murataya, 6-0, 3 knockouts. He got knockout of the night. So he got a bonus from Mikey Garcia and one of the sponsors of the event. Hopefully he's scheduled to fight on Prospects Collide 2.0. He's from Fontana, California. If you want to follow him, he is at Ray_Murataya1. Danger Murataya. Ruben Rodriguez, 5-0, 2 knockouts. He improved to 5-0. He was on the Porter Ugas fight card at Dignity Health Park at formerly the StubHub in Carson, California. If you want to follow him, he's at Ruben NR_. Brinian B-Fly Macias, 3-0 with 1 draw, 2 knockouts. He suffered his first draw versus Giovanni Noriega at Prospects Collide 1.0. He hopefully will get the rematch, and it will increase from a 4-round fight to a 6-round fight. So that's scheduled for Prospects Collide 2.0, April 26, 2019, most likely at the same event, Prospects Collide. If you want to follow him on Instagram, he's at _BFly301. Robert Biggie Rodriguez improves to 3-0. He had suffered an injury. He was out most of the 2018, but here he is with another win. He is RGBA San Antonio. If you want to follow him, and where I got this picture from, at BiggieJR_. Isaac Kulunga, there's a fundraiser for Isaac. He was the victim of a drive-by shooting. March 24th is a Sunday at Centennial High School in Corona. There's a 5K for $20. They're trying to raise money to get him transferred from a hospital in Riverside to UCLA, where he can receive the best medical attention possible. He also has a GoFundMe account set up under Team Isaac Kulunga. If you want to donate to the cause, I believe it's already up to close to $25,000 raised, but they're trying to raise at least $38,000 or $37,000 or $38,000 just to get him transferred, and then we're going to try to raise more money to help him get the best care possible. If you want to follow his story on Instagram, at Team_Kulunga. Manny Rodriguez, this is the little brother to Ruben Rodriguez, and he goes by Big Baby. If you want to follow him, he's at MannyTRE. Alexis El Macizo Espino, 1-0. He got his first win and his first knockout at in Tijuana, Baja California, on the Brandon Rios undercard. You can follow him at _Alexis Espino 1. There was rumors that he'd be fighting April 26th on the Matchroom card, where El Gallo Estrada would be fighting Rungvisai, and rumors of Jesse Vargas fighting on that card too. So Alexis El Macizo Espino, promoted by Matchroom, Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Evan Sanchez, 3-0, 2 knockouts. He's a welterweight. His family will be operating the Central Valley RGBA that very recently opened, along with Al Perez. If you want to follow him, he's at Evan Sanchez _98. Jeremy Magic Hands Adorno, his pro debut was postponed to March 30th. He is Joseph's little brother, and he is also promoted by Top Rank. He had a hand hand surgery, and he goes by Magic Hands _ Jeremy. Anthony, the real too pretty Chavez, 7-0, 2 knockouts from San Bernardino. Sounds like he's scheduled to be on the Prospects Collide 2.0, April 26th, there in San Bernardino as well. If you want to follow him, he's on Instagram. He's at the real too pretty. That's where I got this picture from. At the real too pretty. Wesley Diana, 7-0, 6 knockouts. He's not Team RGBA, but he's trained by a friend of Team RGBA, Fernando El Ferros Vargas. So if you want to follow him, he's at Wesley _ Diana. Jose Maria Chema Delgado improved to 2-0 very recently. He is a fighter that used to train at RGBA. There you see him next to Joshua Franco. He fought February 22nd and got a win in Culiacan, Sinaloa. If you want to follow him, he is at E1 _ Chema with a double A at the end. At E1 _ Chema. So the new record with 5 wins on Saturday, 1 win on Friday with Pork Chop, and 2 wins in New York. The new record for RGBA and Mikey's loss turns into 21-4-1, and that's not including Josue Vargas. I think, like I mentioned, I think just Robert just did it as a favor since 2 of his other fighters were already there. So 21-4-1, the new record for RGBA in 2019. So photo credit to all the Instagram pages of the fighters, trainers, and managers. Photo credit to RGBA photographer at Cumbia, KUMBIAA_, and at Crown Boxing for the flyer that I originally had up here for the Mikey versus Spence. I'm Sonteo Media. You can like and subscribe on YouTube. I'm Sonteo Media. On Twitter, I'm at Sonteo _ Media. And on Instagram, I'm Sonteo _ Media. I hope you liked the video, and more videos coming soon. Thank you.